those on. And then we can talk with these good girls for a second. Get all those fingers in the right holes, huh? Kind of hard. Why do you think it's hard? You can't see where your fingers are, can you? That's abstract versus concrete. Can you believe that? Yeah, everything in the world is so concrete. Finding your holes in there. So, do you think that planting flowers can make you happy? How does it make you happy to plant flowers? This finger. There you go. Now this one needs to go. That one's right. Are you missing a finger? Okay, this one goes over here. This one goes over here. This one goes right here. This one I'm pinching. Put it right in there. Now you gotta spread it out. This one right here goes over right. This one goes right here. And the little one goes right there. Okay, ready for me to pull it down a little bit? Does that feel right? Okay, so tell me, and you guys can sit down, why could planting a flower make you happy? Because why?
If you want to, you have to.
What can you do with those flowers?
You can water it.
Mm-hmm. What else can you do after the flowers get really pretty? What do we sometimes do with flowers? Yeah. Other people drive by and see the beautiful flowers in yards. Where else have you seen flowers? Do they have them in a vase that people can look at? Let's ask these girls. Why don't you ask them, how do the flowers that are on campus make them happy as they walk from building? You saw the flowers that were down there in the hanging basket? Remember those? Let's ask them the question of how those flowers make them happy. You want to do that? Now we got your gloves on. Go ahead and point to somebody and ask them the question. Do you remember what the question is? How do those flowers make you happy when you're here at college? Okay? Go ahead and point to someone. Ask them the question. Go over and touch their hand. Any of these, except the camera person. Probably better not touch the camera person. So her or her. Who are you going to ask? We're going to wait till you go touch someone on the hand and ask them the question. You want to ask her or her? We're going to wait here all day? Let's go ask them the question. They're nice people. Look at those smiles. They brought you gloves. Go touch them on the hand. Either one. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, now you got to ask them the question. Remember the question? You want me to give it to you again? Or do you remember? Okay, say it really loud so they can hear. The question is, how do the flowers on campus make you happy? You ask them that question? Okay, go for it. Say it really loud, because otherwise the camera can't hear you. Or the person that, when I ask questions, I ask them loud in class, so the whole class can hear. You have a pretty voice. Go ahead and ask. Do you want me to whisper it in your ear? Wow. You're loud. They couldn't hear you. Louder.
the flowers on the campus when I'm walking from class to class, it makes me happy because they're really pretty. And also, it makes me happy because when they grow, usually that means it's warm outside because they need sunshine, remember? Yeah?
So I've got a question for you. Go grab your flower. You want to go grab it? Bring it over here. Now I'm going to tell you a little story that happened in our family as we look at this flower. Bryce got some sunflowers. Do you remember when Bryce got the sunflowers? What happened to Bryce's sunflower? Is it still alive or did it die? It died. Why did it die? Because it didn't water it right. So, do you want this flower to die? So maybe you should ask a question. How often do I need to plant to water the flower so it doesn't die like Bryce's? We do, and you put some today, but guess what's going to happen to that water? It's going to dry up. So when do we need to water it again? In the afternoon, sometimes in the afternoon. Let's see if it says right here. It says on the back of this. Oh, it talks about how tall. It says thrives in rich, well-drained soil. So probably we need to water this. What would you say?
It says on the other side too, you just fill the dirt and see if it's wet. And if it's wet, like if it's dry for the first few, like the first inch, then you need to water it again.
Okay, so there's a way you can tell. Are you ready to figure out how you can tell? Okay, so you're going to have to take one of your gloves off. And I want you to poke your finger down 1 inch. This is an inch. Look at how far that's. Go like that with your fingers. Put your fingers to match my fingers right here. Put them right alongside mine. See that amount? What's that called? 1 inch. Can you say inch really loud? Can you say inch really loud?
Inch.
Okay, show me an inch. See the inch? So we need to put our finger down in 1 inch. Put that finger, poke it hard. Down 1 inch. It's still watery. So do we need to water it? It's still watery though. So we don't need to water it until it's not going to get dirty like that. So let's take the mud off. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing. So, do you think you should let the flower die? Why shouldn't you let the flower die? Because why? Yeah, the flowers can make other pretty flowers. Are you scared that if the flower dies, Daddy will be mad at you? No. What about Mom? What about Bryce? If you let your flower die, do you think that if your mommy should have to give you money to water your own flower? Just to get you to do it, or should you do it on your own? Do you think you should do it just because everybody else waters their flowers? Yes. Or should you just do it because flowers are beautiful and need water? What do you think? Maybe. Well, that'll be fun to talk about as you grow this beautiful flower. All right. Do you want to give hugs all the way around for the good lesson? Start with me, since I got muddy hands. Yeah. Okay, go give your teacher a hug.
Thank you for the lesson, Leah.
Okay, go give the camera backup number 1. Okay, go give the camera person a hug. You just hug that leg there.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thank you.